श्रीधर को मिलना कुछ है। ओके, 2 श्लोkas we can finish. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं पूजयमुदीरये।
अष्टप्रायश भद्रेषु
भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवति उत्तम श्लोके तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। अतो भगवतो माया मायेनामपि मोहिनी यत्स्वयं चात्मभर्तात्मा Ravan, what is the problem? You're not seeing the screen.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hearing is enough, no? Why you need to see?
Vigner Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare.
See, what is the point attending class when he's chanting? Correct? He should chant or attend class. Now chanting is also not good, class is also not good. Okay? So we should do one thing at a time. Multitasking नहीं करने का. एक class भी on कर दिया and ठीक है. Okay, we do one thing at a time. Ato bhagavato maya.
Ato bhagavato maya.
Ayinam mohini. Yatsvayam chatma vartmatma.
Yatsvayam
chatma vartmatma. Navedakam utapare. O bhagavato maya. Ayinamapi mohini. Yatsvayam chatma vartmatma. Navedakam utapare. O bhagavato maya. Ayinamapi mohini. Yatsvayam chatma vartmatma. Navedakam utapare. O bhagavato maya. Ayinamapi mohini. Yatsvayam chatma vartmatma. Navedakam utapare.
अतो भगवतो माया मायिनामपि मोहिनी यस्वयं चात्मवर्त्मात्मा न वेद किं तापरे।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी। अतो भगवतो माया मायिनाम् अपि मोहिनी यस्वयं चात्मवर्तात्मा न वेद किम् उतापरे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी।
अतो भगवतो माया मायिनाम् अपि मोहिनी यत्स्वयं चात्मवर्त्मात्मा न वेद किम् उतापरे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
अतो
अतो भगवतो माया मायिनाम् अपि मोहिनी यत् स्वयं चात्मवत्मात्मा न वेद किमुता परे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। अतो भगवतो माया मयि नामपि मोहिनी यत् स्वयं चत्मवर्त आत्मा न वेद किम उता परे। हरे कृष्ण
हरे
प्रभु।
कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण अतो भगवतो माया मायेनामपि मोहिनी यत् स्वामी तत्त्ववर्त्मात्मा न वेद किम् उत परे।
अतो भगवतो माया मायिनामपि मोहिनी यत् स्वयं चात्मवर्त्मात्मा न वेद किम् उता परे।
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्ण प्रभु। अतो भगवतो माया मायिनामपि मोहिनी यत् स्वयं चात्मवर्त्मात्मा न वेद किम उतापरे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। अतो भगवतो माया माया नाम अपि मोहिनी यत् स्वयं चात्मा वर्त्मात्मा न वेद किम उता परे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण अतो भगवतो माया मायिनामपि मोहिनी यत् स्वयं चात्मवर्त्मात्मा न वेद किम उता परे। हरे कृष्ण।
अतो भगवतो माया मायिनाम् अपि मोहिनी यत् स्वयं चात्मा वर्तात्मा न वेद किम् उता परे।
Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Little Shravanam today. Atah, therefore, Bhagavata, godly, Maya, potencies, Mayanam of the jugglers, Api even, Mohini, enchanting, yet that which, Swayam, personally, Cha also Atma Vartma, self-sufficient Atma, self, Na, does not, Veda, no, Kim what, Uta to speak of, Apare, others. The wonderful potency, Supreme Personality Godhead is bewildering even to the jugglers. The potency is unknown even to the self-sufficient Lord, so it is certainly unknown to others. The wonderful potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is bewildering even to the jugglers. That potency is unknown even to the self-sufficient Lord. So it is certainly unknown to others. So we have not done this shloka. Yes, Supriya Mataji, we have not done this.
Yesterday we did this, Prabhuji, the froggish philosophers.
What they do? Why they tell me wrong then? Chalo, the last shloka. Yad prapya nyavartanta yato prapya yato aprapya nyavartanta vachascha manasa saha aham chanya ime devas tasmai bhagavate namaha yato aprapya nyavartanta vajascha manasa saha aham chanya ime deva tasmai bhagavate namaha. Yataha, from whom, aprapya, being unable to measure, navartanta, cease to try, vachaha, words, cha, also, manasa, with the mind, saha, with, aham, cha, also the ego, ane, other, ime, all these, devaha, demigods, tasmai, unto him, bhagavate, unto the personality of God, namaha, of obeisances. Words, minds, and ego with their respective controlling demigods have failed to achieve success in knowing the Supreme Personality of God. Therefore, we simply have to offer respectful obeisance unto him as a matter of sanity. Words, minds, and ego, with their respective controlling demigods, have failed to achieve success in knowing Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, we simply have to offer respectful obeisances unto him as a matter of sanity. Yes, Supriya.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The froggish calculator may raise the objection that if the absolute is unknowable even by the controlling deities of speech, mind, and ego, namely the Vedas, Brahma, Rudra, and all the demigods headed by Brihaspati, then why should the devotees be so interested in this unknown object? The answer is that the transcendental ecstasy enjoyed by the devotees in delineating the pastimes of the Lord is certainly unknown to non-devotees and mental speculators. Unless one relishes transcendental joy, naturally one will come back from his speculation and concatenate conclusions because he will see them as neither factual or enjoyable. The devotees can at least know that the absolute truth the absolute truth is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, as the Vedic hymn confirmed, Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suryaha. Bhagavad Gita 15.15 also confirms this fact, Vedaischa Sarvet Ahameva Vedya. By culture of Vedic knowledge, one must know Lord Krishna and should not falsely speculate on the word Aham or I. The only method for understanding the Supreme Truth is devotional service as stated in Bhagavad Gita 18.55, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati Yavan Yas Chasmi Tatvataha. Only by devotional service can one know that the ultimate truth is the personality of Godhead and that Brahman and Paramatma are only his partial features. This is confirmed in this verse by the great sage Maitreya. With devotion, he offers his sincere surrender, Namaha, to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavate. One has to follow in the footsteps of great sages and devotees like Maitreya and Vidura, Maharaja Parikshit and Shrukadev Goswami, and engage in the transcendental devotional service of the Lord if one would know his ultimate feature, which is above Brahman and Paramatma. Hare Krishna. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the 3rd canto, 6th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Creation of the Universal Form. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Ashad Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mataji, there are all the three starting with froggish, therefore we thought it's not there. Yeah, can you read?
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhuji. The froggish philosophers and mundane wranglers in science and mathematical calculation may not believe in the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they are sometimes puzzled by the wonderful jugglery of man and nature. Such jugglers and magicians of the mundane world are actually puzzled by the jugglery of the Lord in his transcendental activities, but they try to adjust their bewilderment by saying that it is all mythology. There is, however, nothing impossible or mythological in the supreme omnipotent person. The most wonderful puzzle for the mundane wranglers is that while they remain calculating the length and breadth of the unlimited potency of the supreme person, his faithful devotees are set free from the bondage of material engagement simply by appreciating the wonderful jugglery of the supreme in the practical field. The devotees of the Lord see the wonderful dexterity in everything with which they come in contact in all circumstances of eating, sleeping, working, etc. A small banyan fruit contains thousands of small seeds, and each seed holds the potency of the another tree, which holds the potency of many millions of such fruits as causes and effects. So the trees and seeds engage the devotees in meditation about the activities of the Lord, while the mundane wranglers waste time in dry speculation and mental concussion, which are fruitless in both this life and the next. In spite of their pride in speculation, they can never appreciate the simple activities of the banyan tree's potency. Such speculators are poor souls destined to remain in matter perpetually. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. I already did it once. Okay. Ato Bhagavato Maya Mahayanam Api Mohini Yatsvayam Chatma Vatmatma Navedakam Utapare. The wonderful potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is bewildering even to the jugglers. This potency is unknown even to the self-sufficient Lord. So it is certainly unknown to others. So today is again continuing on the same point, froggish, and God, even he himself doesn't know his wonderful powers. Once Krishna is in the palace of Yudhishthira Maharaj, and he sees a reflection of his own image. And he asks, who is this beautiful person? Even he's surprised that he's so beautiful. Krishna, when his potency is acting, he gets this, really, it acts so well. Parashakte Vividaya Shuyate Swabhaviki Jnana Palakriya. Naturally, potencies are acting in this world. And it does wonderful. Even for a great devotee, Acharya like Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, I desired so many things. I wanted some temples. Let there be temples. And so many temples manifested with thousands of devotees. There was once Prabhupada was leaving the temple in Australia. So Prabhupada came to that continent. And whoever in the temple agreed to get, now we have initiation, we have a course, we have an exam, so many systems. Shelter, Prabhupada Ashraya, so many systems. That time it was an emergency, so Prabhupada was like taking risk. So whoever there in the temple and agreed to follow the vows of initiation, Prabhupada initiated. And then Prabhupada looked at the deities and he had tears in his eyes. Please take care of yourself and take care of these devotees also. Because I am not leaving you with devotees I could sufficiently train. And Prabhupada went. Next year when he came, he saw so many wonderful, happy devotees and deity worship going so elaborately, big programs, so much preaching. So Prabhupada then revealed what he was praying last time, that I am Swami. The Prabhupada said always, Krishna is so kind Whatever devotee desires, Krishna fulfills it beyond his expectation. Even so, the movement Prabhupada says, just desire, and Krishna fulfilled the desire. Krishna always fulfills the desire even of karmis. Why not of a devotee, which is a desire for service to Krishna? The same way Prabhupada said, I wanted a magazine which is bigger than the best magazine in the world. At proper time it manifested. The Back to Godhead magazine of ISKCON was that time printing 2 million copies. It's something we are still not able to achieve. 2 million copies per month. 2 million, can you believe? As big as any magazine in the world that time. It beat all the magazines. It was very popular and very nicely done. So Prabhupada said, I just wanted something, but Krishna fulfills it so wonderful. The same way, when Krishna's potency manifests, it is beyond our expectation, how wonderful it manifests. So Krishna himself doesn't know his potency. In the sense that, and now Prabhupada is explaining in the next verse something interesting. There is one more verse in the Bhagavad Gita. It says, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyakta murtinaha. Yes. Vastani sarva bhutani nahum teshu avasita. I am everywhere, but I am there everywhere, but I am not there. So Prabhupada says in the purport there, that is there, but it is beyond your capacity to see. He gives so many reasons we can speak in such a contradictory. It's there, but it's not there. It's there, but it's beyond your capacity to see. One way, correct? You cannot see. Similarly, Krishna's potency is bewildering because you cannot see. Only some people have the power to see how Krishna's potencies are acting. It is very difficult to see how Krishna's potencies are acting. Prabhupada says in the next purport how actually the Krishna can be known by when somebody has tasted the pleasure of serving Krishna. Only he can know about Krishna. Everybody cannot know about Krishna. Bhagavad Gita, why does Krishna say? Bhaktya mam vijanati. Only by devotion he can know. When he engages in devotion service to the Lord, then gradually Krishna is revealed. Yayathama prapadyante. So it's not a knowledge of Krishna which you can capture. Prasad lesha anugrihete. Krishna, to whom he wants, he reveals himself to the degree of what is the criteria? To the degree somebody has developed service attitude. To that degree, Krishna reveals himself. So it is for another person whom Krishna has not revealed. It's a mystery. He cannot understand. So it's not Krishna. So Prabhupada says there, therefore, you see all the big devatas. They are saying they are not able to understand God. What are you? Just say Namaha, that's it. Now, if you want to understand in your heart how the Lord is situated, holding Shanka, Chakra, Gada, Padma, how gravity is working, how this, can you understand? No, it's inconceivable. How Krishna is lifting mountain, you cannot understand. Therefore, actually, very interesting thing I'll tell you. We have in our heart place for Krishna who is inconceivable. Inconceivable means, how did he do it? We give aura. Therefore, to Krishna always we can give an aura. Inconceivable. We don't have an aura. And Krishna has, he has an aura. Like we say, always put a sun like that all around him. Correct? Because he's But in our tendency, we have a tendency to put aura around somebody. He is inconceivable. We always have a tendency like that. Some people put on some sports star. How did he do it? Inconceivable. Oh, and then they become very impressed. Nothing. It is just a skill. You can practice that. We put aura around scientists. These scientists are going to save me. Prabhupada says, throw that aura like, it's what they have done in 300 years. He punctures that aura, the bubble of aura around the scientists with one point. They have not done anything. People say so much, these scientists, that scientist. What have they done? So many people are dying before today also they are dying. People are becoming old today also they're becoming old. People are becoming diseased today also they're becoming diseased. What have they done? Why so much, aura around them? Nothing, there is no aura. It's just one skill, how to bend an iron, that's all. Lohar, correct? Don't use other word. Lohar is at least not so painful. Other sequence of word I'll give, Baba. That's all they have. That is the respect given in the Vedic culture to these scientists of today. They are outside the village, not even kept inside the town. Just, swinging chappal, bending an iron. We had these people previously, correct? Just like Krishna also, he was very naughty, so all the houses, they used to have a lock. So lock was there at that time. You need a lock, you need a knife. Some lohars used to be there for all this. That's it. Maybe you need to make a sword. A lohar will make all this. Not a big deal. Today becomes science, and people, those who are most intelligent, were not studying the science of today in the Vedic time. That definitely not. They were studying the knowledge of the Vedas, Brahmana. This is Shudra. But they are so proud people. They're all bunch of Shudras. Okay? It's clear? So there is no need to put aura around the scientist. I'm removing the auras. About actors, actresses, don't do that. Why you don't do that? Because their personal life is less than animals. It was caught, most of them are caught having drugs. They drink, they have drugs. None of them even is married properly. Correct? They marry also, the marriage is a joke. Every day hugging some other man. And you have aura around them. So remove that aura. Remove aura around the sportsman. Politician doesn't need much explanation. In Karnataka, every day they change the party. Every day. So there is no aura around them. So these three are the main aura. You have cricket stars, film stars all over. Okay? So we have a tendency to put aura around some movie, film hero. What aura? They say inconceivable. What did he do? They will leave 1,000 people willingly surrounded with them, and he will somehow beat everybody. How? Inconceivable. Inconceivable. Right? They'll do that. People. We have tendency to put because Krishna was part of our life. So we do have a tendency to put somebody as inconceivable. But that is only Krishna or a great Acharya. So totally inconceivable. The activities of the Lord are totally inconceivable. Don't put it all here. But we have that tendency. Correct? You have seen that, no? One hero will be there, particularly Indian movies, the joke will be there. He will do anything. Some Rajkumar and all, they will stop the ocean also. They will do anything. They turn the river and something they will do. Correct? How did he do it? Inconceivable. He will put his leg in the ocean and turn. How did he do that? Inconceivable. Urukrama. They make those, and people enjoy that. Because there is a place in the heart for Krishna as a hero. But instead of putting Krishna as a hero in the heart, they hear all these things. Like small children, they watch cartoons and so many things. And just somebody they put as a hero. No. So right from childhood, we should hear Krishna Leela. He takes a rightful place as a real hero. Inconceivable. And then you're very, very happy. Prabhupada uses the word. They say this is mythology. Prabhupada said, if you hear mythology, you are imaginology. How did creation come? So we have one theory. That's imagination. No? Theory is not a proof. Theory means speculation. Law means proof. So anyway, if we are mythology, you are imaginology. Prabhupada also gives them a term. You are imaginology. You're just imagining certain things. And then at least we have some books, no? You don't even have books. You have books, but they keep changing every day. We have standard books. We don't change our position every day. We have people who have actually practiced spiritual life and seen what you say as mythology. Your imagination, you don't have a single person who has seen what you're talking. So in a court of law, can't even stand. Correct? You don't even have a position, actually. But unfortunately, things are in a different way. We are in minority. The jokers are in majority. So we should not get puzzled by the wonderful jugglery of the man. Behind all that is the Supreme Lord. Okay? By appreciating the wonderful jugglery of the Supreme in the practical field, we get liberated from the Lord word. Can see, the devotees can see the dexterity. Prabhupada says, you have to see with knowledge. Because we do not see with knowledge, we are not able to understand the Supreme Lord. Correct? We have to see with knowledge. Because we are not seeing with knowledge, we are not able to understand things properly. Correct? So similarly, we give the example, a car is not working. You see it, but you don't know what is wrong. But an expert sees it, he knows what is wrong. 1 minute he says this is wrong. Because he's seeing with knowledge. So Prabhupada said, look at a small seed of a banyan tree. You know what is saying. How it is unimaginable. Correct? You see, we are sitting in Mangalore, there's so many papayas there, so many coconut is there. How nicely it is designed. So by just seeing the design of the Lord, design means a designer, obviously, and we can appreciate how great God is. Namaha. How do they do it? It's beyond their intellectual capacity. All just offer prayers. Thank you, my Lord. You are inconceivable. So this inconceivable feature of the Lord should be kept for Lord himself. Nobody else can have it. Okay? Even Srila Prabhupada time, Acharya also takes inconceivable feature in terms of his activity. Continuously devotees are wonderstruck by every word Prabhupada used to speak. Every word. That's also. And Acharya, by the grace of the Lord, also looks inconceivable. Is by his devotion, inconceivable his sincerity, inconceivable his love and attachment to the Lord, constantly bewilders the devotees, and they are always mesmerized. Krishna in the spiritual world is the enchanter of the soul. In the material world, we cannot understand this phenomenon. The spiritual world, everybody is totally enchanted by Krishna's wonderful activity. You know what Krishna did today? He said this, oh, so nice. There he doesn't display his power. They're not interested in his power. They display, in the spiritual world, the topmost devotees are wonderstruck by Krishna's sweet speech, our sweet behavior. Krishna said that today. Oh, so nice. Totally wonderstruck. And we, because we are conditioned, so therefore we see Vishwarupa, Virat Rupa of the Lord, that discussion is going on. Oh. All the universe and all powers, everything, like that, you open your mouth. I remember when you're a small child, we used to hear, if you go to America, such big skyscrapers are there, you put your hair up, your cap will fall. Oh, America. Correct? People go to America to get wonderstruck by the big buildings and opulence and the richness. But a devotee doesn't get enchanted by anything. Bhogeshwarya prasaktanam taya aprahita chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadhavna vidhiyate. Bhoga Aishwarya. If you are enchanted by this, how will you get enchanted by Krishna? See the interesting in this. The words, mind and ego, along with their controlled devatas, nothing can understand God. So Prabhupada says, don't try to understand God too much. Try to love him. As much you learn from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, that much enough. Try to love him. Okay? How much you will understand? Even he cannot understand himself. Correct? As much Shastra teaches, that much. And then try to love him. That will be a better feature. What you can do? Namaha, that's it. Offer your obeisances, offer your respects to the Lord. That's why we offer respects to the Lord. Inconceivably, he's great. He can do anything. Just like now took inconceivable teacher. Krishna's guru was Sandipuni. What is Sandipuni Muni say? When he taught Krishna all the Kshatriya skills of warfare, everything. Then 64 days, he taught 64 life skills. And after that, he told Sandipuni, Muni asked him, he asked Sandipuni Muni, can I give you Guru Dakshina? He said, yes, get me my dead son back. He knew he's God. Let me ask something inconceivable. So he went, I went to Yamaraj, finally, and then Yamaraj gave back. Same son, same looking, exactly, correct? That soul would have taken another form, but he brought it back, gave him the same form, the same body, same face, same habits. Yes, your son is back. Take. How did Krishna do that? Inconceivable. When Brahma stole all the coward boys, Krishna expanded to all forms of the coward boys and calves. And then what happened? Inconceivable. Correct? How did he do that? Inconceivable. So this is Krishna's potency. He can do things inconceivable. Let us accept this feature and just offer Namaha, surrender to the Lord. Okay? Okay? Instead of surrendering to the film stars, cricket stars, politicians, surrender to Krishna is actually, if you want to give aura, inconceivable feature, give it to Krishna. Nobody else has the intention. Krishna used to do that. He used to come outside Mathura and destroy all the army of Jarasandha along with his brother Balaram alone, without needing any help of army. He used to destroy Akshonis of the army of Jarasandha. How is that? He's inconceivable. Normal film hero, he can only do it on stage. Illusion, not in reality. Okay, Hare Krishna. So today is Ekadashi.